Hari Om children. Today's topic of Bal Sanskar is Telang Swami. Telang Swami was a highly revered saint. He was born in the holier village of Andhra Pradesh in South India. His mother was a devotee of Lord Shiva. Due to her belief that her son was an incarnation of Lord Shiva, she named him as Shivram. Unlike other children who spent time playing games, Shivram's mind was not inclined towards games. Instead, he would sit alone in the temple, gazing at the sky or the shivling. Sometimes, sitting under a tree, he would enter a state of deep meditation. Observing his unusual behavior, his parents became concerned that he might become a sage. They decided to arrange his marriage, but Shivram refused, expressing his desire to become a sage and attain knowledge of the soul and the divine. He lived on earth for 280 years in a state of self-realization, not even wearing clothes. His conviction was such that he believed, "The directions are my clothes. The entire creation is my clothing," and he successfully endured the extremities of weather. Once he was sitting on the banks of Ganga river when suddenly it started raining. While everyone sought shelter, Telang Swami remained soaked. A Brahmin, concerned about his well-being, he invited him to his home. Telang Swami replied, "I'm not bothered by rain. I'm sitting here for a special purpose. The boat coming towards us will sink soon, and I need to save the helpless travelers. Do not insist. I will not accompany you." True to his words, the boat capsized in the midst of the storm. After a while, the boat miraculously emerged, and Telang Swami was seen sitting amongst the passengers. The boat was docked, and the Brahmin respectfully greeted Telang Swami. Telang Swami said, "Do not be surprised. When an individual is under the control of the senses and mind, he loses his glory. God has created this universe with his willpower. So if due to my determination this boat comes out and I am seen sitting in the boat, then what's the big deal?" Revered Bapuji says, "The greatness of great souls is not hidden in miracles. Their greatness lies in their dedication to the divine. It is divine knowledge, divine power hidden within everyone. It's just a matter of awakening and understanding it." With the remembrance of Revered Gurudev, let's begin today's Bal Sanskar class. Firstly, all the children will stand in their respective places and jump a little on their tippy toes. Now all the children will chant Om. Children, now we will do TRATAK. TRATAK increases our concentration and memory power. Story time. The benefits of serving a saint. Shivramji's, Telang Swamiji's mother asked him, "Son, when you become a saint, make sure to understand the benefits of being in the presence of a saint and serving him." After some time, Shivramji became a saint. He went to Kashi and asked prominent scholars and saints about the true benefits of being in the presence of a saint and serving him. But none could provide a satisfactory answer. One sage suggested, in Bengal, on the banks of the river Ganga, there is a cremation ground where a saint named Raghunath Bhattacharya ji is writing scriptures. He can answer your question. Despite the distance between Kashi and Bengal, Shivramji reached Kashi and met Raghunath Bhattacharya ji. Saint Raghunath Bhattacharya ji said, "Brother, I cannot explain the complete benefits of serving a saint. However, you should go to the banks of the Narmada river and perform a 7-day long worship of Markandeya Chandi. A great sage along with Mother Bhairavi will appear there, and they can answer your question." Shivramji reached the banks of the Narmada river and immersed himself in the worship. After 5 days, a great sage and Mother Bhairavi appeared. The sage said, "Brother, I cannot explain the complete benefits." On the other hand, Mother Bhairavi took out 3 pills from her bag and said, "In this kingdom, the king has no heir. These 3 pills, when given to the queen, will bless her with a son. The newborn child will answer your question." Taking the pills, Shivramji went on his way. During 7 days of fasting and worship, Shivramji's body had become weak. On the way, he had some food and started resting under a tree. Soon a grass cutter came. When he saw a saint resting under a tree, he placed his bundle of grass aside and started pressing Shivramji's feet. Shivramji fell asleep. The grass cutter continued pressing his feet until midnight, and then he fell asleep too. In the morning, Shivramji called him only to find that he had passed away. Now, since the grass cutter had served him, Shivramji had to perform his last rites. He arranged wood and other materials from a shop and completed the cremation on the holy banks of the Narmada river before returning to the city. He sent a message to the king saying, "I have a divine medicine that can give your queen a son. But I have a condition that as soon as the child is born, he must be bathed and brought before me. I need to have a conversation with him." The minister conveyed this to the king, who was astonished and said, "A newborn child having a conversation? Let's see." The queen was given the pills, and 10 months later, a baby boy was born. After birth, as soon as the child was given a bath, he sat in Gyan Mudra, yogic posture. The king was not happy. The queen was in turmoil, thinking, "What kind of a child is this who starts chanting Om right after being born?" News reached Shivramji, and he came to see the child. Looking at the baby, he was pleased and said, "Child, I have come to ask you a question. What is the benefit of being in the presence of a saint and serving a saint?" The newborn baby replied, "O king, I was a poor, helpless and needy grass cutter. See the result of your little service. I am born as a prince in this life, and am now narrating the story of my past life. What more benefits I may get, I do not know." Quiz time. You will be asked a question and you will be given 4 options as potential answers, and you need to choose the correct answer in 10 seconds. The question is, Vishwanathji of Kashi resides in the body of Telang Swami. Which great man first said this sentence? Options are Swami Charandas ji, Ramkrishna Paramhans ji, Adi Shankaracharya ji, Swami Kesavanand ji. The correct answer will be revealed to you at the end of the session. Glory of Sanatan culture. Glory of Sanatan culture. Why is Amla, Indian gooseberry, tree sacred and revered? Puja Bapuji says that in the beginning of universe, Bhagwan Narayan oozed out a dot from his mouth, and that dot, shining like the moon, fell on the earth, which gave birth to the first tree on planet Earth. The celestial gods felt happy by seeing that tree. They were amazed by its presence and asked, "What is it? What is it like? It has so many fruits." A divine voice was heard and said, "Don't be surprised. It's the Amla tree. The remembrance of this tree will give the credit of the virtuous deed of Gaudan or cow donation. By touching it, it will yield double, and eating its fruit will yield triple the virtuous deeds. Under this tree, if someone does pranayam, meditation and chanting by fasting, he will get multi-million fold results. This will give the energy of the youth even to the old, and shall awaken devotion and divinity of Bhagwan Narayan in the heart. That is why Amla tree is revered. Touching the Amla tree increases Satvikta, pure intellect and righteousness, and happiness in us. Amla is the first ever tree of the universe. Rubbing Amla juice on the body, applying it on the head and taking a bath after some time helps in getting rid of poverty, and all problems like heat in the body, boils, problems of bile, burning eyes, etc. get cured. If you take a bath with water mixed with Amla and Tulsi, then it is as virtuous as taking a bath in Ganga Ji. The amount of vitamin C required by the body can be fulfilled by eating just one Amla. If somehow it's not possible to immerse the ashes of the dead body in Ganga Ji, then according to Skand Puran, if Amla juice is added to those ashes and then immersed in any river, that person attains Sadgati, which is better after life. Therefore, children, we should all plant Amla trees and worship them. Yogasan. Children, today we will learn PADAHASTASANA. Benefits. This asana strengthens bones and muscles. Fat is reduced, waist becomes thin, and chest becomes strong. It strengthens your brain, kidney and liver. The body becomes fit and agile. Method. Spread your blanket and stand straight. Keep both legs close to each other. Move both hands as high as possible. While exhaling, bend forward and touch your head to knees and palms to the ground. Knees should not bend. Wait in this position for 1 to 2 minutes, then slowly come up. Repeat 5 to 7 times. Homework. Next week, all the children will come by memorizing one verse of Gita, and we will all recite, share its meaning with everyone. Quiz time. What was the childhood name of Telang Swami? What lesson do we learn from today's story? What promise did Telang Swami give to his mother? Why is the Amla tree sacred and revered? Prayer time.
Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityormam Amritam Gamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.
O Lord, lead us from falsehood to truth, from darkness to light, and from mortality to immortality. Narayan, Narayan, Narayan. With this, today's Sanskar Kendra concludes. We will meet again next week with a new knowledge-enhancing topic. Until then, Hari Om!
Knowledge Science Quiz. The correct answer to the question is: when Ramakrishna Paramhans visited Telang Swami in Kashi, he said, Vishwanath ji actually resides in his body. He popularized Telang Swami as Vishwanath of Kashi.